Hey guys, today I'll be doing a standard deck. That is the Angel of Glory's Rise Reanimator deck. That features the Nightshade Peddler Izzet Static Caster combo. Alright, so let's go over the deck. Lots of lands, but not really. 23. With 7 drops, you're probably like, wait, 23 lands, that's not enough, but we'll find out why it's more than plenty. 2 Sulphur Falls, 4 Steam Vents, 4 Temple Gardens, 3 Sun Petal Groves, 4 Rootbound Crags, 2 Fountains, and 4 Caverns so your stuff doesn't get countered. Usually you'll be naming human, since everything in the deck is a human, unless you want to stick an angel. Okay, let's talk about your card draw / looting, which means putting things in your graveyard. First you have 4 Faithless Looting. This is your only turn 1 play. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult because a lot of your red sources come into play tapped and you don't have too many of them. So be conscientious of that. Then you have 4 Mulch, which will get you some lands, hence the 23 lands is enough. Tracker's Instinct, which helps you dig for a creature, also has flashback. So you can play it twice, so does Faithless Looting. Izzet Charm, which is kind of a catch-all spell. It helps you in the early game, deal 2 damage. It also draws and loots 2 cards, and you can sometimes counter things. Unburial Rites. This card scares me a lot. The reason being, you have no black mana, so you're never hard casting this card. So this is something I'm definitely keeping an eye on, because unless you loot away Faithless Unburial Rites, excuse me, you are never going to be able to cast it, which sometimes is very, very frustrating. As for the creature base, these guys are pretty terrible, unless combined with this. I mean, they chump, but they're not really good and cost effective. However, they do pair with things and make for good blocks later in the game. This is a pretty sweet card, especially if you do this together and soulbound them, whatever you want to call it. This blocks, it has a good butt, and it shoots, and it's pretty sweet. Then you have 2 Fiend Hunters, kind of as catch-all. Fiend Hunter is also good in the deck because against sweepers, what happens is you can rebuy this with Unburial Rites. And then you can make this come into play, and then you can Fiend Hunter it, so that if they're playing with sweepers, Fiend Hunter will die, and then your Angel will come back in and rinse and repeat the whole thing. Okay, your other creatures, Huntmaster, good overall. It's a human. Geistdowner Monk is a human, playing 2 of those. So the big card in the deck is the Angel. It's a beating against zombies if you get it out, and it also gets all of your humans back into play. So this comes back, 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 and that's really crucial in the deck. Okay, so let's talk about the sideboard. You have a Purify the Grave, I guess, for kind of other Reanimator style decks. And, you know, sometimes you could bring it in against zombies to get like a Gravecrawler or a Messenger. You have 4 Sanctifiers for aggro. They gain you 3 life. They're humans. They come back. 2 Rave Revelations because Detention Sphere and Oblivion Rings are rather annoying. 3 Negates, kind of switching into a little counter magic. Negate's not amazing, but it does prevent removal spells. It doesn't stop Supreme Verdict, which is why it's not that great, but it's still pretty good. Fiend Hunter for aggro decks, especially like the green-white ones that aren't probably able to kill it, and control decks that have sweepers to kind of protect this if you can. Sometimes he's just a 1/3 that sucks, but sometimes he's decent. They have Clone to kill, like, I guess, Geist of St. Traft, also to make, you know, he's a pretty good at being regrown and copying this or copying this. So Clone's not the worst, but he's not the best either. And then finally Armada Worm, because sometimes the Angel's not going to get there, and Armada Worm's just a very big body. Okay, so that's the deck tech. Please check out the mtgnoob.com and make sure you stick around for some matches. I will be letting you know that I am kind of I guess a little under the weather and under the gun with this video series, so if it doesn't come out good or my play is a little subpar, even more subpar than usual, I definitely apologize. But thanks for watching anyway, and please check out themtgnoob.com.